I always wanted to have a boyfriend, always have, and, you know, see where it goes. And I have friends of mine that are dating for years, and I'm just like, when is that going to happen, you know, for me? But especially being someone that's never had a serious, legitimate relationship ever, I'm really hoping to find somebody.
40 million Americans use online dating services. That's about 40% of our entire U.S. single people pool. Some of the most popular online dating sites include Match.com, Zoosk, eHarmony, OkCupid, and Tinder.
Think about interpersonal communication. Normally you think about two people, face to face, all the time. But because of technology, you can imitate that. You can imitate that through instant messaging. You can imitate that through Skyping. And so there is a way that you can slowly build up a relationship. For example, when you think about why do people couple? Well, they couple for a variety of reasons. They'll couple because they have a need. They'll couple because someone is next to them. They'll couple because they find someone attractive, whether or not you find them attractive in person or you find them attractive because of what they say. And then as you move into the ongoing stages of a friendship and a relationship, you need to find that common ground. You need to find those common values. You need to find the things that have those common interests. You need to find whether or not you have a common sense of where you are going. So all of those things can be determined online, and that can go on perhaps for a few days, for a few weeks, maybe even months. But again, it's that face-to-face meeting that you really will solidify whether or not you could become intimate with that person.
My mom always says, go out there and meet people. It's like, well, I don't have time. Like, I'm working 2 jobs and I also go to school full-time.
Personally, I've never been judged. I thought I was going to be judged when I started using an online dating service. So I was very apprehensive about telling people where I was meeting certain gentlemen that I was going on dates with. I thought that I would be judged. However, after I would shyly say I met them on Match, they'd be like, oh, you're kidding, it really works, this is amazing. And it kind of sounded corny, but it sounded like the commercials.
Me, I'm more open about who I am. Like, I'm not hiding anything. So, I mean, but the thing is that online dating, it's always negative because you don't know who it is. But, I mean, for me, I think it's kind of nice to just be out of your comfort zone of knowing people that, you know, just knowing people you don't know.
I really think honesty is important, and I question a lot. Being a researcher, I'd probably want to research that person's background before I would want to meet him in person. And I don't think I'd meet someone after I was involved with them online in other than a very, very public place.
The pictures had to look like they were real. I didn't want pictures to look like they were from a centerfold. If they looked like they were in a centerfold, I kind of was apprehensive to even adventure into that because I felt that maybe they'd be too full of themselves, narcissistic, or even a fake profile. So I looked for men that had pictures with families and friends and maybe even traveling or doing things that I was interested in. So we had to have common interest as well as a little bit of a reality to the profile.
Like, well, you can pretend to be anyone you want to be when you're online, but when it's a person to person, you're exposed, the real you is there. And so there's no hiding behind a mask.
And we all know just from meeting friends, when you meet someone for the very first time, you have an opportunity to look into their eyes, to assess if they're smiling, to watch their nonverbal behavior, to ask them pointed questions. And all of these things, we make decisions about the tone of their voice, whether or not they smile. And I think it's not that easy to get that feel when you're just communicating online.
I feel like it's something different because they're getting to know you, you know, by asking questions. It gives you a sense of who the person is. And I think leading up to meeting kind of enhances the romance maybe. because it's, something you don't know. You're expecting it, but you're not sure when. And I think I was excited when I met the guy on Tinder because, I knew what he looked like, but we physically haven't met. So it wasn't like it was, a surprise. I at least had some clue what he looked like. But it was exciting to meet him finally.
I think it's a good idea if you're interested in having a mate, finding somebody that you want to go out with. So I think I encourage people, if they want to meet someone, it's probably one of the best ways, especially if you've exhausted all other possibilities.
My parents and I have a feeling one day we're just going to be like, you know what, let's just try this. I'm going to be like, I'm trying online dating. Let me just try it, see how it goes. And it's going okay. I'm talking to 2 guys right now, but I don't know. It's really hard dealing with traditional values and online dating at the same time.
When you're doing online dating, you know nothing going into this, so it creates so much more excitement. So anytime the man does something new, whether it be a phone call or a little text in the middle of the day, you didn't know him to begin with, and now all of a sudden he's doing these cute little romantic things and you didn't expect it. And when you meet somebody through a friend who you've known for so long, and you're like, so they're like, I have this friend that I've told you about for all these years, and you've heard every terrible story about them, nothing surprises you. There's no edge of excitement anymore. It's kind of like, this is nice, but it's not as fun. First date ended up being 6.5 hours long. And now it's 3-4 years later and we're going to be getting married.
They really wouldn't have found one another had they not used the online dating service.